Hello, I'm Mandy Green, and for 15 years I've been an executive coach and leadership development expert. I've worked with top teams in global organisations, and one of the key things I've noticed in that time is the absence of women, the underrepresentation of women at that top table. So I'm on a mission to help career-focused women like you step up to the next level and to deal with some of those blocks to career advancement. Blocks come in two different guises. There are the external blocks, which may be the culture that you operate in or the environment. And then there's the internal blocks. And these are the things in our thinking and our behaviour and the way that we feel about things that we can actually do something about. It takes a bit of work, but we can get there. So I'm going to talk about three main things, three traps that it's very easy to fall into. If you hear the one that's resonating with you, then let me know in the comments underneath, and we can all join in on that conversation, because I'm sure some of these will be familiar to you. So, number one, perfectionism. Making sure that everything is absolutely right before you send it out into the world. Why is that a trap? Well, because if you are trying to perfect everything all the time, it means that you're constantly looking at the detail. Your eyes are never up, they're always down. It also is unsustainable because perfection is not possible. There will always be a margin of error in pretty much everything you do. There's nothing wrong with being accurate, but over-reliance on accuracy is going to be a trap. So number two is people-pleasing. Is that you? Do you say yes when you should say no? Do you overhelp others? Do you put yourself out to the detriment of your own time and energy? It's great to be able to fix things for people and to offer a helping hand, but if you do it too much, then it's going to be detrimental to your career success. The third thing is personalization. And what I mean by that is taking feedback personally, not being able to separate yourself from the comments. Now, the danger in this trap is that if you can't separate yourself from those comments, you miss the things that could be helpful for you. And there will be a failure to grow through feedback. Sure, your manager may be handling it quite clumsily, but it's for you to take the content of what's being said to you. You can reject it if you so choose, but there'll be some helpful stuff in there. So taking feedback constructively is another thing that we can do. So there are some tools and techniques that we can use to help us to tackle these three pitfalls. And they also come with the 3 Ps. So first of all is perspective, then there's planning, and then there's practice. With perspective, what we can do is introduce you to some tools and techniques that will help you to analyse. A simple SWOT analysis, for example, is always going to be a helpful thing to help you understand your strengths and your development needs. So by taking a step back and objectively reviewing what we have and what we need, we can then go to step 2, which is the planning. And when we plan, if we can set meaningful goals that have outcomes that will be real world outcomes that are not measured necessarily in tangible things, but in the things that will happen as a result of you doing those new things. So for example, by increasing your ability to talk up in a meeting, the outcome is going to be greater trust from the management team. So by planning correctly, you can help your pathway to success be much more robust. And then the third thing is practice. It means stepping up to the plate and doing some of those things that will feel quite uncomfortable for you, being exposed, feeling as if you're doing things that are imperfect, but that's okay. It's the only way that we can learn is by putting ourselves out there, getting feedback, reviewing, trying it differently over and over again. So a level of resilience is also very important to the kind of growth that we need to be able to be great managers and great leaders. So if any of those things resonate with you, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be great to see you again, because over the next few weeks and months, I'm going to be bringing you more in-depth, more detailed tools and techniques for helping you just to manage those internal blocks to career advancement.